So I just got out of Fraud Acres swap meet, and I found something, and I'm kind of like was able to get this for fairly cheap. I kind of wish that I brought my GoPro with me, but I didn't. It was kind of the spur of the moment. But I'll give you like a quick.
Well, trust me, she's got me there, been there.
We'll swing by here. I'll have you help me get this into the truck and we'll bring it to your house.
Okay. I just want to see the side panel actually. I want to see do that.
You're raining in there, man. Oh, rain.
And I think the other side is the same side as well. It's like really nice. Hey guys, hopefully you could hear me. It's kind of windy right now. It rained a couple minutes, but it actually stopped for the moment. But I just want to show you guys this really awesome arcade machine that a friend and I found at our local Desert Industries. It was really cool find. The price was actually really good. We actually split the difference because eventually, not right now, but eventually we're gonna planning on selling this in the near future. Everything works. I'll give you guys a brief overview of the entire machine. So let me get the tripod, move right here. So this is what it looks like. And this is the side panel of it. And it's really cool. The pictures are nice. We got Raiden right here. The other side is pretty much the same. And then you got like your standard buttons, your block, high punch, low kick, high kick. And it actually comes with the keys, so we're able to open the two front panels, and there's also a back panel which you could have access to like the motherboard and the power system. Inside here it's just pretty much just paperwork, the manuals, and some sort of like move list for each character. I'm not too sure what's inside here, but I think it's just like the mechanisms for these tokens, but it's on free play, so there really isn't any need to put any quarters because you could just press start and you could actually choose like your characters. So that's pretty cool. You never know what you can actually find in the thrift stores actually. There's going to be some footage probably before or after showing you the display or the arcade cabinet at the thrift store. We were like kind of freaking out because it's like there was like a lot of foot traffic at our local Deseret, but this was actually brought in when we got there, so we instantly had to snag this up. Personally, for me, I am horrible at Mortal Kombat. If this was actually a Tekken machine, I would be really happy. But this one alone, it's really cool just to have. It's an arcade machine. But yeah, I will turn this on just to show you guys, seeing that it works. So the switch is right here on top. And it boots up. When we actually brought this in at my parents' garage, when we put it down, it didn't boot up like this. It was like we got like a really fuzzy screen, so we were kind of worried that we might have unplugged something inside like the motherboard, or like there's like a loose like switch or something. But we got this thing to work, thankfully, because we were kind of like, oh no, like we have to like spend money just to get like repairs for it because it worked, everything works. But yeah, we didn't have to come to that. Here's just a small look at it. Let's get like some gameplay. Some horrible gameplay of me playing, so. Yes. Jacks. So, really quick, got my ass kicked by Kintaro, but as you can see, it works. The whole free play thing, actually, you just go start, and you choose any character you want and start playing it. So yeah, pretty much it. The machine works perfectly fine. Yeah, hopefully, eventually we could find like a buyer for this in the near future. But at the meantime, me and my friend are gonna try and get some, have fun with this basically. I'm gonna try to get good at this game eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much the pickups portion of the video. This is pretty much most of the stuff that I have accumulated over the past few months. I also went to a convention at my local area at Las Vegas, which is called Level Up Expo. I think I talked about it before last year, and I pretty much went a little bit crazy on picking up stuff in the vendor hall. This year, not that much. I picked up like 3 or 4 items, and half of them were like freebies, came from like different like video games and like promotions, I guess. But this is stuff right here, and without further ado, let's get it started. This bag right here came from Goodwill. This is pretty much miscellaneous stuff for the Nintendo Wii. It has the power brick, the Wii remote with the cover, and like 2 nunchucks. When I went there, I tried to look for the Nintendo Wii, but I didn't really have any luck finding it. It's just accessories, and I paid $9.99 for the set, for the whole bag of Wii accessories. So not really of a bad deal. Eventually, if I find like a Nintendo Wii that doesn't have all the hookups, I have like extras when that time comes. Next here, first game, RPG Maker 3. This came from a swap meet, actually a different swap meet that I usually frequent to. It's called Boulder Highway Swap Meet. It's a fairly small swap meet. Took like 10 minutes to actually check everything, and this game was like $5. There's like only one video game seller, and he had quite a few games, so I got this one for $5. From the same vendor, I got Guilty Gear Isuka. That's for $5. And I think I got this from Broad Acres a while back. This one was, not too sure you can see the price, it was like $4. This came from Goodwill. They have Kick-Ass, the movie. I enjoyed watching the movie when it came out. This actually came with like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, like I think taped in there, I'm not too sure, but it's sealed. I'm gonna end up watching it sometime soon. This came from the Level Up Expo convention at my area. I paid $13, but the price itself was like $15. I tried to haggle down the price to at least like $10, but they were going down to like $2. So for $13, it's actually a pretty good deal. This came from my local Goodwill, and I paid $1.99. And this is a sealed copy of Ultimate Fighting Championship for the Sega Dreamcast. It's sealed, so it's not really worth anything. I might open this up later. This item also came from Goodwill as well. This was actually sealed. It was in a saran wrap, and this one was $4.99. Video games at my Goodwill, they based it mostly on $5, but this is like a promotional item. When you pre-order Fallout 3, you get a CD, an audio CD, and a really cheap poster. I'm not too sure why they had to put like a case for this, but for $5, I'm not too sure if it's like worth $5, but I got it just because it's Fallout. Next here we have some Game Boy Advance games, and these two came from the same vendor that I got the PlayStation 2 games right here, and these were $5 a piece. The first one is the not for resale copy of Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So I got those both for $10. From the same vendor that I bought those games from, I got Punch-Outs. This one was $10. I actually have the box for this, so I got this thing complete. This came from the swap meets, but it was from Broadacres. I paid $10 for this. It was originally 12, but I asked if I could knock this down for 10. So I got that. So it's like a $20 game, and the case itself kind of reminds me of like Snatcher for the Sega CD, the really expensive Sega CD game. But haven't heard about this game before, but it kind of looks like Snatcher, but I could be wrong. But I picked that one up for 10. This game in particular is actually a trade from a friend of mine. I had an extra Nintendo 64 box, and he wanted it, but we couldn't agree on like a certain price. So I asked if he had anything for trade, and he was willing to trade Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube, and it's complete. I am trying to complete all the Resident Evil games for the GameCube. The only thing that I'm missing so far is Resident Evil Code Veronica X. So that is like the last Resident Evil game that I'm missing. And next, right here, it is video game related, but it's like a toy, a set. And I got this from Level Up Expo. Originally, they want this for I think 75, but I got it down to 60. It was on a Sunday, so it was like their last day. So I kind of tried to make like a better deal for myself, and I got it for that price. It was a really good deal. It has everything like the stands, like the Buster Sword, the staff, and everything, and just has like the main characters in the game with like the Chocobo and Toad. So pretty nice to have. So that's it for this section. I am going to turn this off and set up for the second part.